What's up, YouTube? How's it going? I got my buddy Clayton here, and what'd you do today?
Today we took first place at locals with Gren, Maju, Go Burr.
Ooh, nice.
Yep.
Let's see it.
Alrighty, so starting off, we've got our 2 Eaters of Millions. Eater put in a lot of work today when I had to go first after the sideboard. He's just a booty that nobody wants to run into.
Yeah.
We've got the boy himself, Triple Gren. Gren, Go Burr. I don't know what to say. He's
big numbers.
Big numbers.
Did you one-shot anybody with that today?
I did not, but I actually had a really fun occurrence with Gren today where I set it face down and it had like 4,800 attack and 4,800 defense and a 3,000 beater just went flying into it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. We've got Triple Tour Guide. Tour Guide, surprisingly, the target less often than not is not, or more often than not, is not actually Tour Guide, it's Gren. Because you can get out.
She can summon herself, can't she?
She can summon herself, but more often than not, instead of another tour guide, you're actually going to grab a Gren. That opens up some possibilities. One, like I played against a lot of fire-based attribute today, and that opens up Super Poly because you can Super Poly your negated Gren with their monster. Or 2, it lets you overlay for 3 for later.
Gotcha.
Then we got Necroface, the good old chain banish card. Also, if you've been banishing like crazy and you need to get some resources back, Necroface is a great normal summon. I normal summoned one of these today that went over 3,600 attack.
Oh my gosh. Nice.
Then we go into our friends, the Kaijus. In our pyramid of Kaijus, we have 1 Jizukuru, 3 of the Gamciel, and 2 of the Doberan. I like to run multiple names, that way if I banish one, I can still end up getting the ability to use Kaiju Slumber.
Nice.
We've got Triple Orochi. He is just great for fueling Gren, as well as just constantly having an 8-star body on field. I used his banish effect to get rid of a Herodic Seal of Heavenly Spheres when I was playing earlier, so that kind of forced the bounce, which then I actually used a trade-in on the Orochi so that I could get it back in rotation. Really just advantage. Then we go into dangers. We've got 1 of Jackalope, Such, and Nessie. Just kind of nice little get to other dangers or get more bodies on the field.
Draw cards. Would you play 2 Nessie?
You know, I'm only running 1 right now. I'm not in love with Nessie because Nessie is not an 8-star.
Yeah.
Nessie is nice for when it gets discarded, you can get another one, or it just gives you a card advantage. It kind of has pure advantage written on it, but it doesn't synergize well with a lot of the other tactics of the deck. It's really good for getting like this, or more importantly, the next ones being Triple Thunderbird and Triple Bigfoot. And these guys are your workers for the dangers. They have great pop effects with Thunderbird on the sets. Got face-ups with the Bigfoot.
Yeah, that came in clutch against my Baguska earlier.
Yep, you're just like, and get him out of here.
Yep.
I also like that you can proc their effects off of trade-in.
Yes,
so
that
you
is
can,
very nice.
You can get advantage and pop. Makes trade-in a lot more akin to a Pot of Greed. For spells, we're running triple of Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. In addition to this being a Dark Hole, it puts you with Big Booty on the field, and later, if you need to, you can search a Kaiju. Triple Lightning Storm, as well as a Harpy's Feather Duster for back row hate. I've also used it for front row hate, but for the most part, it's back row hate. Triple Super Poly. Just kind of great removal in general. There's a lot of dark in here, but there's also a lot of varied attributes, so it can kind of interact with lots of stuff. Mostly dark, though.
Gotcha.
1 Gold Sark. This card can do some crazy, crazy shenanigans. If you hit a Gren with it, you can use Leviair with a tour guide to summon it from Banished.
Damn.
Or you can hit a Necroface with it to start the chain of banishing 5 cards off the top of both players' decks.
That's actually really cool. I like that.
We've got the triple trade-ins. These are always pretty clutch card. And this is just pretty much advantage cards from here on. Allure also works with Necroface, so if you have Necroface in hand, you draw 2, then banish the Necroface, and then banish the top 5 cards.
And keep going.
Of both players' decks.
That's awesome.
When you desire more cards, you use Pot of Desires.
Yep.
And then Monster Reborn, just for the why not be able to pull out a Gren from nowhere and swing for game.
Nice.
For the extra deck, we've got the 2 Super Poly targets. We've got Mud Dragon and Starving Venom. Starving Venom is always great for taking out dark things. It's also just kind of a good card. The varying attributes of the Kaijus makes Mud Dragon kind of an interesting card. Dogran is a fire, so you can Super Poly it off of the board with something like a Gren that's not very strong. Then like Gamciel isn't the best for the Super Poly target, but Jizukuru being light, it's just good engine. Link Karibo, he's a good target for an Eater that you just wanted to keep going. We got Nightmare Package in here of Cerberus, Phoenix, and Unicorn. Cerberus gets banished a lot.
He's sort of not the best out of those 3.
I mean, he's a monster pop, and Gren does tons of that.
Yeah.
IP is very clutch, especially when you're coming in with Appaloosa. Do that on your opponent's turn, put out a 3 or 4 material, most of the time a 3 material Appaloosa that can't be destroyed by card effects.
Decent.
Then we go into the Xyz package. We've got my favorite boy here, Levier the Sea Dragon. As I said, it's just great for grabbing a Gren from wherever you need it. Then we go into rank 8s. We've got Ding, Hope Harbinger, Dragublion, and Tachyon.
First Ed Ghost. My man is flexing.
Yeah, I love this card.
That's awesome.
So these are all kind of good to have. These 2 have compatibility with Numeron or with number 97 Dragublion, specifically for our guy here, number 100. He's always just good. Text is going to be hard to see because he's green, but he's always just
OTK.
good for win the game. When you don't have enough big numbers, go into more big numbers.
Pretty much.
And our last Xyz is Zeus.
Because you played a lot of Xyz, and you might as well.
You might as well. If something goes wrong, you Zeus.
Decent. Yeah, see that side deck.
So, the side deck is bad. I'm just going to put it out there. All right, we got Dim Shifter for 1.
Only one?
Only one. I only own 1.
You only need 1.
Yep. We got Droll Lock for 3 because meta.
Yep. Very good.
Cosmic Cyclone for 2 because I own 2 of them. Macrocosmos because it's funny.
Yeah. Also boosts everything.
And then we got a couple of Solemns. Got I have more warnings around. I just need to grab them. I put the sideboard together in like 5 minutes before we started. So we got a strike, a warning, 2 judgments, and then 2 there can be only ones. Because realistically, yeah, you've got some Fiend synergies, but in the end, you're just
You only need 1 monster.
You need 1 monster. You need big number, go clack.
Pretty much. Awesome. Well, thanks for the deck profile.
Absolutely.
Congrats on having your first place.
Thank you. It's been a while since I left and came back, and coming back with a first place after a while has been pretty nice.
Awesome. Thanks, Clayton.
Thank you very much.